Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I hope you enjoy these DIYs that I have for you, and I'm starting out with a makeover for this basket, and one of my dogs uses this basket as his little toy chest, and I decided instead of just flopping it on the floor, I would give it a little makeover using this pillowcase that I got from Dollar Tree. And I decided that I wanted to cover all the sides of the basket with a pillowcase. So I inserted the basket inside of the pillowcase, and now I'm going to turn it over and cut a seam right there along the bottom. And then I'm going to cut off the end of the pillowcase that was already sewn shut. Now I'm going to use these nautical ropes to weigh down the inside of the pillowcase, and I'm just going to fold the excess fabric up and use some hot glue to put it in place. Now if you wanted to, you could just cut off the excess fabric and then do a small fold and then glue it down. But this was kind of an experiment for me. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to cut it and then change my mind on the design and find that I had already cut off too much fabric. So that's why I'm just folding it. And this is a polyester pillowcase, so it's going to hold up to him and his toys. So I'm just going to go around the basket, and that's basically what I'm going to do, is fold and glue all the way around until I have the pillowcase completely glued down the way that I want it. And Dollar Tree has a lot of new pillowcase designs. There's one pillowcase per package, and this was the only one like this that I saw. I wish there was another one, because I would have liked to have made an accent pillow or two using the same pillowcase to kind of tie it all together. So I'm going to keep an eye out to see if I see this one again, but they have been carrying a lot of different kinds of pillowcases lately. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely go and check that out. I also wanted this to be have more of a temporary hold, and that's why I'm using the hot glue. If I change my mind, I can just kind of rip it off or tear it off. Although I will be covering the bottom part of this basket with these three packages of nautical rope. I'm not going to cover the very bottom because you're not going to see the bottom, and it would just be a waste of rope. If it was going to be used as a decor piece, I might have covered the bottom. But like I said, this is just going to be a cute little basket for my dog's toys. And I don't think he's going to care. And the rope is a little crooked. It's going to be a little wavy, but I still think it makes for a really cute makeover. So I'm going to continue to go around the basket like this, and I'm going to use all three packages of the nautical rope, and this is how it turned out. Super quick, super simple makeover, but I think it has such an impact on the way something as simple as a little doggy basket. There he is, checking it out. I think it has a great impact on the overall look in the room. It just ties together with everything else. Now I'm going to make a leaning ladder, and I'm going to use 6 of these signs from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use 2 packages of these wooden rulers. They come 2 in a pack, so 2 for $1. So I am going to take this Waverly acrylic paint in steel, and this is what I'm going to use to paint all of my pieces. I learned really quickly that this paint was not going to be enough to cover the front of the sign. And for some reason I started to paint the back of this, and then I realized, well, who's going to see the back? So out of the 6 signs like this that I got, this is the only one that I painted the back of because, like I said, I realized it was pointless to do that. And I was excited to see these wooden rulers. The black strip that contains the measurements is just on there with sticky back, so it just peels right off. So what I'm going to do is peel off all 8 of these sticky measurements, and I'm left with this cute little piece of wood. I'm going to use the same steel paint from Waverly to paint all of the rulers. So I realized that it would be best to sand down the front of these signs. So I took this sanding block from Dollar Tree and I sanded off the picture on the front of the signs because it made for an easier process in painting. So you won't be able to see the pictures and the letters through the paint. So it helped me to use less paint, if that makes sense. So I did that with the remaining 5 signs. And this is what I have once all of the 6 signs are painted. It did take several coats. The sides of these signs are red, and that's how it looks after several coats of that paint. I would suggest priming these first with a white chalk paint before painting them, but this is the first time that I'm making this, and so it's a learning process. And this is how the rulers turned out. Now it's time to make the sides of the ladder using 3 signs each for each side, and I'm going to use E6000 and Gorilla Wood glue to put these pieces together. Guys, this was really a challenge and a learning process. This would have been so much simpler with a nail gun or maybe a drill. I thought I would just glue them together, easy peasy, one and done. No, it was difficult to glue these pieces together. So I started out putting the E6000 in the middle and kind of surrounding it with the Gorilla Wood glue on the sides. And I just thought, okay, so I'll just push these 2 pieces together and I'll just hold it until the wood glue starts to dry a little bit. You could put 2 heavy objects on either end of the 2 pieces that you're trying to join and try to, hold them together, push them together and hold them. I actually didn't try that. I tried kind of standing it up and putting something heavy like right on the seam to hold them together. And I was just kind of failing miserably. So I'm going to put more information in the description box that will help you if you decide to make this project. So I decided to use a heavy duty stapler that I found at Walmart to help hold this seam together while it dried. So this is what it looked like with the staplers. I can't talk today. With the staples at the seam. And then I also went over that with some hot glue just to help hold that in place. And so the back of the ladder is not going to be cute this time. It's definitely a learning process. And so this is what the front looks like after I successfully glued all the pieces together. I decided to hide the seams on the front of the ladder pieces because I want them to appear to be long pieces of the same wood. So I'm going to take this jute twine and I'm going to wrap it around the seams all 4 seams in the same design. So I'm kind of going slow here because I wanted to show you how I made the design. And I knew beforehand this is the design that I wanted to make, but it took a little bit of trickery to make that design happen. Now, I wanted to paint this in this gray color because the floors in my apartment, you can see they have kind of a grayish tint to them, than not the regular wood floors. And that's why I didn't use any of the wood contact paper. So if you wanted to make this look like real wood, you could definitely just cover this with the wood-like contact paper from Dollar Tree, and that would, 1, make it look like wood, and 2, cover up the seams, and you could just skip this step. So I'm just going to use some hot glue and wrap this twine around the seam part, and I'm going to make a crisscross design. If you're enjoying this DIY video so far, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please also consider subscribing for more of my DIYs. Also, one more thing, guys, I just got a new microphone, and that's why if I'm sounding a little hesitant, in my mind, I have a lot of questions about the quality and how it's coming across. So I'm hoping that this is able to give you better audio than the microphone on my phone, which has a lot of plosives on it. So you keep hearing the pup, the hard P's and the hissing S's. So I wanted to take that away, and I'm trying to give you guys better quality videos. So give me a comment below if this audio is sounding better. Okay, so I just finished this first crisscross design, and this is how it's going to look on all 4 seams. I also took one of those mini crock lighters that Dollar Tree has near their registers, is usually where I see it, and I burned off all the extra fibrous parts of the twine so it won't be so rough looking. So that's what it looks like with all 4 done. And now it's time to address the hole in the ruler. So I had a few ideas, but I remembered that I got this pack of foam stickers from Walmart. I can't remember how much it was. I just picked it up because it was the last one left and I thought it was cute and I wanted it. So I'm not sure how much it is, but it was over in the craft section. And it comes with this foam sticker part, and so I'm going to peel that off the flower, put it on the ruler, and then attach the flower. And I'm going to do that to all 4 rulers, only where the hole is on the ruler. Now I do want to attach these rungs, these rulers, rungs. I want them to have a sturdy hole, but rulers are so thin, it's going to be difficult to obtain that hole just using the rulers. So I'm going to take these tumbling blocks and I'm going to attach them to the middle of each end of each ruler, and I want it to be flush to the edge of each side of the ruler, and that's just going to give me more space to work with to attach the ruler to each side of the ladder. Now if you have a staple gun, not a staple gun, a nail gun, you would be able to just shoot a nail from the little Jenga piece into the side of the ladder or vice versa actually, from the ladder into the Jenga piece. But you know, I don't have anything heavy duty like that, so I'm just relying on good old glue to hold everything together for me. Also, if you have a drill, you may be able to attach a nail in that way. So now I'm laying the rungs of the ladder out, trying to get a good picture of how I wanted it to be. And I didn't want all the flowers on one side, so I decided to alternate the sides that the flowers would appear on. And now that's how it's going to look once it's all glued together. So here it is, it's glued together. And now I want to distress it using this black paint as well as this Waverly chalk paint in silver lining. And I was kind of torn about whether I wanted to just leave it the regular gray, but then I thought, no, it's a ladder. It should be, you know, a little distressed. It would go with some of the farmhouse decor that I have around my apartment already. So I thought I'd just give it a try on one side and see how I liked it. So I went in with a silver lining chalk paint first, and I just dabbed it on a paper towel and just started rubbing it. And then I went in with the black paint and did the same thing, mostly around the edges of the ladder. And I also got the jute twine as well. Now I'm just comparing the sides, the distressed side and the plain side, and I like both, but I like the distressed side better. So I'm going to go ahead and do the whole ladder in the same distressing way that I did that one side. And of course, you have to make sure to get the rungs as well. And there it is, guys. This has been one of my favorite projects. I really, really like the way this turned out. I'm so pleased with this. So I kept it in my bedroom. I was going to put it in the kitchen, leave it in the kitchen, but right now it's still in my bedroom because I just love it so much. I like seeing it every day. I did paint the sides of the Jenga blocks in the silver lining. And this is what it looks like with some tea towels from Dollar Tree hanging on it. You could also hang blankets on it. If you have some S-hooks, you could probably hang some lightweight signs off of it. And because these signs already have nail holders or hooks in the back of them, you can actually hang this on the wall if you use these signs. And so this is what it looks like hanging on the wall with the Dollar Tree tea towels hanging on it. So if you don't want to take up any floor space, it goes up on a wall just that easily. What do you guys think about how this turned out? Drop me a comment, let me know if you like it. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up so I know you liked it. Also, if you didn't want to use the flowers, you can use these decor pieces. These are in the floral section at Dollar Tree. And so I just took 4 in the pack. They come in this dark color, and they also come in like a natural kind of straw color. And I like this look as well. It's still rustic. It's still farmhouse. It's not as frilly as the flowers. I like the flowers too, but I like this look as well. And I just attached them using this same sticky foam piece that the flowers came with. And that's how it looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed these DIYs. I certainly enjoyed making both of them. If you are a newcomer here, I want to welcome you to my channel. My returning subscribers, thank you so much for being a part of my crafting family. I appreciate you so much. If you like this DIY and you want to see more from my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me, guys. I appreciate your time, and I hope you all have just an amazing and awesome day. I will see you all in my next video. Thank you. Bye.